Hey guys, it's your girl Sunshine Z, and we're here to do another video. Thank you guys so very much for clicking the video. Please make sure you give me a thumbs up so that we can make sure more people can see this video, because a lot of people have been telling me that they're not getting a notification. So please guys, make sure you click the bell so that you get all notifications for any time I post. And also, I want to send a special thank you to my brother and my mother and my stepdad. Like, I really appreciate you guys so very much for everything that you guys have done for me and helping me out. Like, it's been a journey, but I really appreciate it. I also want to say thank you to my subscribers, Super Diva, Yumiko. You guys have been, reaching out to me, making sure I was okay. We've had like long conversations on Instagram and stuff, but I really appreciate that. And my baby Green Ivy. I really appreciate you guys checking on me. It meant a lot. So just keep me in your prayers and your thoughts and stuff. That's all I can really ask of you guys, is just to send me love and prayers, man. That's all I need. But as you can tell by the title, we're here to talk about this whole Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion finale last night. Now, I know I didn't review anything else, but so what? I want to do this one because I felt like it. Okay. So as for the reunion in a whole, before I get to what I really came here for, as the reunion in a whole, I actually did enjoy it. I thought it was pretty good. I'm very happy for Kenya, because as you guys know, I am Team Toro, so I'm very happy for Kenya that she's having a baby. I hope that her life turns out to be everything that she really hoped and dreamed for it to be. And also, I was really glad to see a lot of ladies sticking together, because normally they fight a lot, but I actually saw that this time a lot of them were sticking together, which I thought was really cool. You know what I'm saying? And Nene was back. That was actually pretty good. She actually did something. I enjoyed that. And most of all, I really want to say, I really enjoyed them handing Kim, the Imperial Wizard, her ass. Like, I really enjoyed them handing her ass, because she needed it. And I feel like for seasons she's been able to get away with doing what she want to do and then disappear off real quick with Croy and not really face any consequence for the shit that she done. So I really enjoyed that. So at the end, everything was all cool for me. I'm good. I'm ready to go. And she calls Andy into the bathroom, Kim, because she decided to walk off, of course, on stage. She decided, she got mad. And I find it very funny. I find it very funny with those Grand Wizards, those Imperial Wizards, those KKK members and supporters. They can burn crosses, they can burn churches, they can blow up people's houses and all kind of shit like that, but they do not like to be in that hot seat. And I find that very ironic. But anyway, she calls Andy into the bathroom, basically so she can have a little pity party. Oh, you didn't help me. You let them say and do whatever it was they want to say. All of this racism bullshit has been thrown at me before, and it was not proven. And all of this racism stuff is just bullshit. And social media is just taking this out of control. This is just bullshit. And I'm just like, did she fucking just say that? Like, bitch, you really just exposed your fucking hand. Like, are you fucking serious that there's no such thing as racism, and that social media is responsible for all of this? Without social media, there would be no racism. I almost lost my fucking mind. I really did. I almost lost my everlasting mind. Like, how the fuck dare you sit there and say and do some shit like that? But then again, I had to realize who we're dealing with. We are dealing with a very bigoted, a very prejudiced, in my eyes, type of person. A person who uses her white privilege to get her what she wants. The stuff that Kim does and says, people would have been shunned her, but because everybody wants to be caught up in this whole reality TV shit, they give this bitch a pass, and she tries to cling on to these black women and act like, oh, we're friends, this friend, that friend is black and stuff. Then she also made the remark in the bathroom that you wonder why you can't get another white woman to come up here. Ain't no other white woman stupid enough to come do this shit. All those black women just like a ganging up on me, and Sheree, you did nothing either. Bitch, Sheree don't care about nobody, unless you ain't noticed. Sheree don't give a shit about nobody but Sheree. That's why nobody don't like her. That's why nobody don't fuck with her. And that's why nobody ain't sad to see her ass not coming back. So you should have known that. But no, you wanted you a little jester. You wanted you a little sidekick, and Sheree happened to just be that sidekick, and Sheree being stupid enough and cooning around and being a sidekick done got you to lose your motherfucking job. But anyway, because I got a little things I want to remember. I wrote a few things down. Y'all know how I do, because I don't like to forget my shit. So I write a few things down. All of that shit's been done. But because I feel like you've been Miseducated Kim, because this video is basically dedicated to you, Miss Imperial Wizard, or Wizardess, is that what they call them? Anyway, this is basically dedicated to you, and I wanted to just help you out, and instead of just curse you out, because I am going to curse you out, but I wanted to inform you before I curse you out. So number one, Mary Turner. Now, I'm sure you've never heard of her, but I'm going to give you a little rundown. Mary Turner. She was married to a man by the name of Hazel Turner, and I believe they had a child or two already, but she was also pregnant, okay? And in 1918, I've got to get my facts right, 1918, there was this white farmer guy who was killed, and nobody really knew exactly who killed him, but for whatever reason, people were saying because Hayes and him really didn't get along like that. You know how I go back in those days, they like to just attack everybody. I'm just going to kill everybody and I'll get the right one in there somewhere, okay? And that's pretty much what happened. They lynched Hazel Turner, Mary's husband, for absolutely no reason, and naturally so, as his pregnant, highly emotional and sad wife who just been abandoned, because back in those days women didn't do a lot of work, the men worked. So now her breadwinner is gone as well. So she naturally so, as her right as a wife, protested it. She did not agree with it. She did not like it, and she did not think it was right that he was killed basically for doing absolutely nothing, okay? But because she did that, and because she was black, the white townspeople didn't like that. They felt like that was a challenge, okay, Kim? All right, just because they were black, that's all that was, baby. They felt like that was a challenge. So you know what they did to Mary's pregnant, 8-month-old pregnant ass? They got her ass, they took her ass, they strung her ass up to a motherfucking tree upside down, doused her entire body, okay? Doused her entire body with gasoline, all right? And they let her burn. But that wasn't the end of it. They also decided to slit her open like you would do a fucking hog. They slit her stomach clean open. And as her baby, her unborn baby that was not yet ready to come out, but as her baby, her black baby, fell to the ground, one of those white mob members decided, fuck it. And they decided to smash that baby's head with their fucking boot. Okay? They then continued to torture Mary's body. And then they buried her and her dead child next to the tree that she was used to be hung from, and marked it with a fucking bottle. And honey, let me give you some information, because just in case you didn't remember, this happened in 1918, okay? Back then, I don't even know if they fucking had TVs, and if they did have TVs, the bitches ain't have color, okay? So, needless to say, if it wasn't no color, there was no social media. So we're not going to do that. But I want to give you some more information too. Let's take it to 1955, when a young 12-year-old child from fucking Chicago was sent down south to Money, Mississippi, okay, just for the summer to visit his family down there. His mama wanted him to see them. She was scared as hell to send her child there, because she know that during those times, those Jim Crow times, that our children were not safe, and that's today they're still not, but we're going to stay to our story, okay? He was a 12-year-old child, and because that 12-year-old child looked different from the rest of the 12-year-olds down there in Money, Mississippi, the white people automatically felt a certain kind of way about him. How dare him? He's an uppity nigger. He's dressed nice and looking us in our face and all this shit here. So the white woman, guess what she does? Her name Carolyn Bryan. She decides to make up a lie that he whistled at her, flirted with her, or whatever at her, because their story has changed so many motherfucking times, because we don't know what the fuck really happened. But all I know is all this shit's got to be a lie, because if it was the truth, it can stay the same. All right? They came to that house where his uncle and grandma and them was staying at, where he was visiting in Money, Mississippi, in the middle of the night, and they took that boy. Okay, 12 years old, that's still a child. They took that boy out of the house. They took him to a barn where they beat him. They cut his ears off. They probably raped him or molested him in some kind of way. They just nastily tortured this baby, ripping his teeth out and everything else. They beat and tortured that child for fucking hours before they decided to also shoot him, and then put a fucking huge ass gin fan on him, tied to him, and toss his ass in the fucking river like he's garbage. And guess why that was done? Because a white woman accused him of doing something, just like you accused Candy of wanting to eat your stinking ass dog smelly box, okay? And let me give you a little insight just in case you didn't get that. That was in 1955, sweetheart. Now, by that time, I know for sure they had TVs. I don't know about the color yet, but there definitely was no social media. That racism happened all on its own. No social media was involved. Let's go on down a little bit further before I get to what I really want to go to, because I don't want to be here all night. But let's go to 1991, when a young brother by the name of Rodney King, okay, had his ass beat, okay, beat the dog shit out of him, and it just so happened one of his neighbors pulled out one of their little VHS tapes and started recording. He got his motherfucking ass beat in the middle of the street like a goddamn dog repeatedly, okay, repeatedly, for doing absolutely nothing. He was not a harm to them. He was doing nothing that caused for them to continue to whoop and beat his ass like that. Now, this is the 90s, so yes, we got color TV at this time, and yes, we got a little bit of media, but what we did not have was social media. And all those cops, they got off, just the same as those guys that killed Emmett Till. They got off, and after they got off, guess what they did? They got in a magazine and told every single thing that they did to that boy with pride, and nothing was done to them about it. Okay? Also, there was a such thing as nigger hunting. Now, this happened all throughout, and hell, honestly, I feel like it's still happening today. But it's nigger hunting, where racist white people ride around looking for black people of any color, of any age, of any whatever, to just kill them and hurt them and drag them down the street. Anything they can to hurt them. And guess what? Social media wasn't around either. So don't sit here and give me this whole social media did this and social media did that. It's all blown out of proportion. No, you feel like it's blown out of proportion because the shit don't affect you. You don't never have to sit there and worry about when your child walk out of the house, is a bitch gonna just gun them down or beat the dog shit out of them, or they just may not return simply because of the color of their skin. You never have to worry about that because all of your kids are white. And I'm not blaming you for that. You ain't got to mate with nobody that you don't want to. You white, you got every right to mate with white people, but you don't got the right to sit there and try to diminish the struggles that we went through and try to pretend like we're not being murdered, killed, harassed, and mistreated, thrown in jail for excessive amounts of time for petty ass crimes, okay? And blame it, oh, it's all social media. No, it's not social media. Social media has just brought a bigger light to it. Yes, I agree. Social media has thrusted it in our face a little bit more. But all these things that I brought to you before, I'm not even talking about the recent shit. This is all shit that happened before, okay? There was no social media, yet people were still being killed simply because of their race. They were still being shot down, water hosed down, beat the fuck up, because they wanted simple rights to vote and to go to the schools of their choices as they should have as rights as a fucking American. So you don't have the right to sit there and tell us, oh, social media did this and social media did that. But let me tell you something, since we won't go into that whole social media. Social media ain't shit, okay? Social media don't mean a motherfucking thing. How many times we done sat there and seen cops and white people and all these other motherfuckers do all kinds of fucked up shit to people of color and black people, period. Okay, they do it to Hispanics too, but they love to target us a little bit more because sometimes they don't know whether the Hispanics are white or Hispanic. Okay, so let's just keep it right there. All right, they get off. You got them on camera killing people. You got them on camera lying about drugs and shit that they planning. You got all kinds of shit that's been floating around social media. And these cops don't get in no motherfucking trouble. And these vigilantes don't get in no motherfucking trouble. George Zimmerman still riding his ugly, stinking ass around Florida right now. So don't sit there and say, oh, social media. Social media ain't do shit. Because when they go and do the shit they do, a lot of times they do not get arrested. And if they do fucking get arrested, they do not get prosecuted. And if they do happen to get prosecuted for the shit, they get to walk. They walk free and nothing happens. That is our daily thing. This is what happens to us every day, all the time. In 2018, a black woman still cannot request of a white woman to keep her hands out of her fucking face and give her decent human respect, which is to give me my space so that I can breathe properly without being in fear of you smacking the shit out of me without losing her job. So don't tell me racism don't exist. Don't give me that. You don't know anything about what it exists or not. You know why? Because it never affected you. Now you want to cry racism like they all just jumped you because you white? No. The reason they went off on you is because you was a disgusting, vile ass motherfucking person. You was a motherfucking liar. You a tramp ass liar, and you teaching your daughter the same bullshit. Because let me tell you something about black people, because I seen the video, and them was not no motherfucking roaches. Bitch, we know the difference between a roach and a water bug and a tree bug. They look more to me like a tree bug type of thing. It didn't even look like a cockroach. It looked like a tree bug thing. And in the South, Florida, Georgia, all of that, we have those because we have nothing but a bunch of water and woods and trees around us. So yes, you're going to see those kind of things. But the reason I also agree with what Nene said is her motherfucking ass must have brought it. Because, bitch, let me tell you something, okay? We don't fuck with them kind of things. Bitch, everybody would have knew right fucking then if there was a motherfucking water bug or whatever the fuck it was in Nene's bathroom if it was me. Because I'd have been like, ah, ah, and hauling ass. Ain't no way in the fuck I'd have been sitting there recording it and looking at it and talking to it and, you know, posing with the motherfucking roach. Hell no, I'm hauling ass. I'm getting the fuck away from this bitch because I'm scared of it. I don't want the shit near me. We terrified of it. We gonna haul ass. And everybody gonna know why we hauled ass, because we want somebody to get in there and kill that motherfucker. But no, not your daughter. She's sitting right there flicking up and shit with it and then sharing the shit. Then you have the audacity to want to get mad because somebody say something back to her. And then as soon as, you know, somebody say something, you're like, oh, well, she's grown. She's an adult. Okay, well, bitch, if she's a grown, don't sit here and tell me about how she your child this or how she your child that. She's grown. So when she grown and get involved in grown folks' business and run her motherfucking mouth like a grown up, she's gonna get handled as such. Point blank, period. Get over it. You don't like it? You don't like it? Then tell her to shut her little ass up or put her in her place. I wish my child would take his motherfucking ass. I wish my child would take his motherfucking ass and do some old bullshit at somebody's house and then run and tell me like I'm finna back his ass up. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Your ass dead ass wrong, and that's your ass. Even my mama to this day, when I'm wrong, even if I don't want to fucking hear it, she's still gonna give it to me. My mama done had me pull several posts and shit down. Several. Because she don't agree with it and she just don't down. I'm grown and live by my damn self. But because I have respect for my mother, it's a lot of shit that I don't do. Something that you obviously didn't teach your daughter, since she feel like it's okay to get her ass online and be highly fucking disrespectful. Then you want to sit and talk about a bitch jealous. Who the fuck is jealous of you, Kim? Why? You got a fucking unemployed ex-NFL player boyfriend with a big juicy booty like he done got a motherfucking, what they call it, the butt lift, the Brazilian butt lift. He look like he can got a whole Brazilian butt lift, and I'm not hating because Croy has a nice round ass. You know, I would actually like to have an ass, you know, like Croy's, because, you know, naturally it would be a nice ass for me to show around. I'm just saying. But ain't nobody jealous of that, because while I wouldn't mind having an ass like that, or my girlfriend, I definitely don't want my man walking around with no big old round ass and hips and shit prancing around me. No. That's not what I'm looking for. Ain't nothing to be jealous of that. You're not beautiful. You're an ugly person. Your lips look ridiculous. All that plastic surgery you have done does nothing. Those wigs of yours, you still pull too front. It's like, for you to hang around so many black women, you would have picked up that we don't really bring the wigs all the way to the front anymore. We kind of bring them like to the front, but we stop in like this little area here so that we can have our regular hairs like kind of in front of it to make it look more real. Everybody know that ain't nothing but a goddamn wig, and that's why Nene call you wig. So you got a bunch of disrespectful little ass children, especially that goddamn Brielle. Big booty ass husband. You ain't got no job. He ain't got no job. You may not even have tardy for the party next season because you pissing Andy off and being so motherfucking disrespectful. And you damn sure can't come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta because you can't get along with nobody because you don't know how to be genuine and be real. All you know how to do is throw shade and talk shit about people. Every single scene that you had this season, all you did was talk shit. That's it. That's all you did was talk shit. And I want to let you know, if I didn't say it before, it brought me pure joy, okay? It brought me pure satisfaction and joy and happiness to see those beautiful, educated black women give your ass the business, and there wasn't shit you could do about it. And I hope you see this video. I really hope and pray that you do see this video. You can actually get on here and comment. I don't really care because you disgust me. And you showed your hands. How can you sit and say that you're not a racist and then turn around and say racism is fake? It's all blown up on social media. It's not real. Are you serious? You just sat there and slapped everybody in the face. You just slapped Trayvon Martin's mother in the face. You slapped Tamir Rice's mother in the face. You slapped me in the face, who's dealing with some racism type of shit right now. You just sat there and made it like the things that we're going through means absolutely nothing. But then in the same breath, you sit there and want to ask Sheree why she didn't do and why she didn't say as if she's not a black woman. And I understand she don't really act like no black woman. She don't. She don't. Sheree act like a motherfucking coon, which is why her daughter is trying to go to a HBCU so that she could pick up some black heritage. Okay? And that's a shame. My son ain't nothing but 9 years old, but he knows quite a bit about his heritage, about his people, about where we come from, and what has been done, because I've been teaching him that since day one. So he ain't got to go. He may want to go to HBCU just because he wants to, which I would support, but he ain't got to go there for no culture, because baby, he gonna be bringing some culture with him, okay? Because I teach my child the real. But I'm gonna go ahead on and wrap this up. Before I go, I really would like to say I hope I don't never have to see your ass on the Bravo network again. If I do, I'm gonna do nothing but fucking flip the excuse me, not flip the page, but turn the channel. I ain't gonna do shit but turn the channel, because bitch, I don't want to see you. I don't care to see Sheree. Y'all disgust me. Kim, you are a racist. You are a bigot. And you have used your white privilege for quite some time now. And I'm so happy that they have finally called your ass out on it. With that being said, I'm done for this time. I'm gonna go on. I got some things to do. I really gotta go right now. But I do want to say thank you guys so very much for watching this video, tuning in. Please let me know how you felt. Please let me know, what went through your mind when you heard her say that, because I was literally, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I was literally so upset, because that was one of the last things I watched before I went to bed, because I didn't watch it as it aired. I had it DVR'd or whatever. I was so upset that I ended up having a dream about Grand Wizard. I really did. Like, I was somewhere in some house talking to some people, and I kind of glanced to the right or whatever and saw this guy with like this white hood, and then I turned back around to see if it was it, and he had the full KKK gear on, and I don't even remember what happened. I don't know if I swung on him and took off running or what, but I know I got the fuck out of there because I woke up out of that dream pretty quick. But anyway, y'all just let me know how y'all felt about this. What was your thoughts? What was your comments? Do you feel like Kim is a racist? Do you think we're just taking it too far or being too sensitive? I've always felt like she was a bigot. All the way back to the Sweetie thing. Why didn't you call her by her real name? Because I'm pretty sure her mother didn't name her Sweetie. And if she did, I'm sure she had a middle name. I felt like Sweetie was degrading her as a person, because you're keeping her as a child even though she's an adult, because you're calling her, oh, Sweetie. You know what I'm saying? No, call her by her name. Call her Miss whatever. Have your children call her Miss whatever. Give some respect. But you can't expect people like Kim to give any of us respect, because they don't see us as human. They don't see us as people, so they're not gonna understand it. They don't understand any